Hey, what's up, guys? Adam Webster here, Sales Pro, and wanted to talk a little bit today about the difference between buying and leasing in today's market. And being in car sales, I try to take a consultative approach, and people ask me all the time, should I buy or should I lease? And of course, the answer is different for everyone, and everyone's got their own situation. But more often than not, in today's market, all the incentives are really driven towards leasing. And there's a number of reasons for that. And one of them has to do with dealer incentives. And manufacturers, they heavily subsidize the leases. And there's a couple of different ways they can do it. And a lot of times, they do one versus the other to help buy market share. But they can impact lease pricing through adjusting the residual, which is the projected future resale value. And they also subsidize leases by what is called a money factor, which is really like an interest rate. But those, both right now, residual values are projected to be very high, so you pay less in depreciation. And the money factors are really low right now. A lot of times it's almost an interest-free lease, so it can make perfect sense. And just as an example right now on the Q50 at Infinity where I work, there's a $2,000 incentive on a purchase and a $6,200 incentive on the lease. So again, heavy incentive on the lease. They want to get as many into driveways as possible and then get you back again in a few years, hopefully to have you get another car. Also, another benefit with leasing is it's a short-term commitment. So you are not you're not marrying the car, you're going to date it for a little while. Most of the time it's a 24 to a 39 month period. And that really lets you, allows you to try some different brands if you want to, or try some different models. And a lot of times they make it very easy to get out of a lease early, especially if you stay with the same brand. They usually have a payment waiver or a pull ahead program, as well as some additional loyalty incentives, which will help you stick with that manufacturer. And another benefit is typically the warranty. If you lease, you're more than likely going to be under the manufacturer's bumper-to-bumper warranty during the entire time of the lease. Some manufacturers will go up to 36,000 miles, and some go up to 50 or even 60. So even if you're driving a lot of miles, you'll still be under the full bumper-to-bumper warranty. And that won't cover your wear and tear stuff like tires, brake pads, windshield wipers, those types of things. But anything major, mechanical, engine, transmission, electrical, all that stuff's covered under the bumper-to-bumper warranty. So that peace of mind certainly helps out. And typically with a lease, you're going to have a lot lower upfront costs as well. You can do usually just your first month's payment due at signing, or sometimes you'll have a documentary fee, title, and sometimes tax. You can certainly put cash down to lower your payment, but the cost of getting into a lease is very minimal. Another thing, a big misconception that I often hear is that I drive too many miles to lease, which usually if you drive a lot of miles, leasing can be a great option and sometimes a better choice. And let's look at an example. Say you drive 20,000 miles a year, so you want to do a 3-year lease. So if you drive 20,000 miles a year, at the end of that 3-year lease, you have 60,000 miles on that car. And at the end of the lease, you don't have to worry about the future resale value. You just completely walk away. And all that depreciation is built in. Now, if you look at the other side of the coin, if you were to purchase a car and then drive 20,000 miles a year, and at the end of 3 years you wanted to trade in and get a new model or upgrade, so you bought the car and you've got 60,000 miles on it. Now you do have to worry about what the resale value is, and you have to worry about those market conditions. But odds are you did a 60-month term or maybe even longer, and you would have depreciated that car faster than you were paying it off. So you'd have some negative equity. It may cost you money to get out of that car or to trade up. Now, if you put a huge chunk of money down, or if you did a much shorter term financing, then that wouldn't be the case. But if you did a shorter term finance, that payment could be double of what the lease payment would have been. So you would have been better off leasing to begin with. So leasing can make sense for a lot of people. And again, everyone's situation is different. And you can usually get some great incentives on a lease. You can get in and get out. And especially with technology nowadays, it's advancing so fast. And just like a new cell phone, every year there's new updates, new models, new processors, and just new features that are available to you. So leasing can help you keep up with all the current technology that's available, and it's actually getting really cool with cars. A lot of autonomous stuff is coming, and just connectivity, etc. So leasing can be a great option. Now, purchasing can be a great option as well, and I'll do another article and another video on that next time. And check the link below for the full article. And as always, if you have any questions, comments, please share, reach out. I like hearing from everybody. Have a great day. Bye-bye.